Welcome to Season 3 of G&T Sailing. We pick up where we left off in La Cruz, Mexico. We got stuck here last season with engine issues and opted to stay to finish up some things we didn't get to do during our original refit. But now we're back and ready to get moving. Welcome aboard. I'm Gretchen and this is Tim. Together, we are G&T Sailing. 2 humans, 1 Catalina 42, and a whole lot of sunshine. We set sail from San Diego in 2022 and have been happily meandering south ever since. We're not fancy and we're definitely not the sexiest sailing channel out there, but we do aim to keep it real. We share the wins, the wipeouts, and the what were we thinking moments of the cruising life. Grab your beverage of choice and join us for the highs, lows, and laughs. We've not been recording our whole recommissioning of the boat because we've done episodes about getting the boat put back together to go sailing. We did that last season, so boring. I figure that's boring. But today is a big day because we've been in an Airbnb for 2 weeks while we've been getting our recommissioning projects done, and we're about halfway through that process, and the boat is ready enough for us to move back on the boat. So we're transitioning from this Airbnb.
We're out of money, so we have to go live on the free boat.
Free. Yeah. Anyway, so we're leaving this Airbnb and headed back to the boat, and we still have about a little less than 2 weeks before we haul out to do an insurance survey. And once that survey gets done, hopefully we'll pass with flying colors and we'll be able to catch the first good weather window and point the bow towards Panama. So this is one of the big jobs that we have to do. We removed the clutches before we left, so we have multiple clutches that we need to replace. Look at this. Felicità got some new jewelry. New chain plates and rods. Oh, so clean and sparkly and pretty. Beefed up. And even though the starboard side really didn't need it, since we were doing it on one side, we opted to do it on both sides. So, twit-twoo. Fits like a glove. The only bummer is it got a little dent in it in shipping. But it is what it is. So one of the things that's been on our list since we left San Diego, we didn't get to it during the initial refit, was to replace our lifelines. So we took advantage of doing that here. You can see it's probably a good call. This lifelines with this coating is a really bad idea because you can't actually see what's happening to the actual wire. And so it was probably past time. Ooh la la. So here is our current situation on move-in day. We got some stuff done. Tim got the VPN and the TV all figured out. So playoff football. Tim's eating his favorite chips. Say hi to the people at the YouTubes.
Hi, YouTubers. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, so it's going well. We're here. Got the mainsail up today. Let me show you what the state of the boat looks like. We have a bunch of stuff that needs to get filed away and all the storage.
Fridge is broke.
The sink's not connected yet.
Waiting for fittings.
The fittings are coming from Amazon. The bed's made. It's great. We're on the road to organization. The boat cover part, the third part of the boat cover we took off today. And I rinsed it so it's drying off in the hot sun. And there's a bunch of stuff in the cockpit waiting to be filed away. We need to put the bimini up tomorrow. This looks like a disaster zone. This looks a little bit like a disaster zone. This looks pretty organized, but it's got stuff in it that doesn't really go in there. And our refrigerator's broken again, so fridge guy's coming. It's always something. So just a little peek into how every project goes. Explain to our friends what you're up to this morning.
Well, we've been waiting for those fittings to finish the sink drain. So I finally finished that, tested it, leak checked it.
And that only took 10 minutes.
Yeah. Then I just got to put the galley back together and put these drawers back in. And went to screw in a screw, and the head just twisted right off, rusted right out, and now it's stuck in there. And I'm gonna have to either live with that it being in there, I guess, or
And maybe find all new screws so that we don't...
Well, that's the idiocy part again. I bought all new screws, but I'm using the old ones, and it came back to haunt me.
So are you putting an old screw in right there?
This is not a rusty one though. I'm going to replace the rusty ones. I just want to hold this in here,
Yeah.
so I can try to get that out with a pair of pliers without it.
So if it was me, I'd do the other 5 and be like, that's good enough. But
Exactly.
Tim will be like haunted every time he opens that drawer. He's going to be like, that screw rusted out.
Yeah, good enough is not a thing in my world.
Yeah. So now we can have a complete galley
Well,
experience. Well, the fridge is broken, but we have an auxiliary fridge. So we do have refrigeration on board, just not the ideal. So we can't completely provision until we know what's going on with the fridge, but we can start doing some stuff. And mostly what we can do is not have cabinetry parts floating all around the boat and in the way. So that's good. This whole cabinetry and new sink in the galley project all stems from the fact that that chain plate is buried behind all of it. So in order to have the chain plates redone this summer, all of that had to be taken out. So the chain plate saga is almost complete. This is an exciting day here on Felicità. A project that's been on the list for more than 2 years is getting done today. We're adding a little fire port into the companionway stairs so that you can shoot fire extinguisher through the companionway stairs into the engine compartment without having to open the companionway stairs and let a lot of oxygen in there in case of a fire. Very exciting. Thank you. Who's on their way here?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. It might be lost in translation, but the fridge guy is supposedly on his way. Why? Because the fridge is broke.
What's wrong with it?
Yesterday he crawled down in there and I turned it on and he habla la de Espanol with his partner and he came out with a fan assembly and said that the fan was not running, the compressor was running, but the fan would not, so he could not check the pressures of the Freon. So he took the fan with him, said he'd be back today around noon or 2.
What time is it?
It is 17:29. But I texted him, and about, 20 minutes ago?
I'm really proud of you. You did a little follow-up with him.
Yeah, and learning some project manager communication skills.
Managing your
Hound
team.
people until they do what you want.
We call it managing your team.
I call it hounding people till they do not want to work for you anymore. Anyway, he may be on his way, he may not. And hopefully, that's all that's wrong with this thing. I was really hoping it had given up the ghost and we were getting a new one, but not to be, maybe not. Still not out of the woods. But, so if he puts a fan in, he can check the pressures. If the thing runs and he checks the pressures, and maybe he needs to add a little freon. But every time the thing runs, it keeps things nice and cold. So I would be surprised if it needs freon, but we shall see.
Fingers crossed. Very exciting day. It is Friday, January 24th, and we're taking the boat out today. We're unhooking from the dock and we are gonna head out and do a little bit of a test sail. Just make sure everything's running right and all the rigging is running the way we anticipated, and we are going to fire up the water maker. We've changed the filters. We're a little bit, I would say, like a teeny tiny bit nervous because we pickled the water maker before we left, and the manufacturers say pickling lasts for 6 months and we have been pickled for 8 months. We are sort of anticipating that maybe that 6-month thing is like more of a CYA thing than an actual like maintenance routine. We shall see. We have a little bit of an issue with our water tanks. We have stopped the leaks. We actually have a dry bilge for the first time since we've owned the boat. We put some vinegar in our water tanks before we left, some diluted vinegar in the water tanks before we left, so that nasties wouldn't grow on the bottom of the tank. And now all of our water kind of has a slight vinegar taste. So we're hoping that just with some flushing and some reps through all the plumbing that's gonna work itself out. But in the meantime, we are gonna fill jugs from our sample line when we run the water maker so that we have drinking water that doesn't taste like vinegar. And then the rest of the water we can use for hand washing, bathing, dishes, and cleaning. And then eventually we'll just keep tasting it, and eventually, hopefully, the vinegar taste will be gone. Not the end of the world, but kind of a program. Beginning of the season, heebie-jeebies, pulling the boat out of the slip. It's kind of nerve-wracking.
You're a lonely sailor, and your soul is made of wind and rain, doubts and blame. I'm a weary pirate, and my heart is made of dust and grain and spoiled champagne. I've got troubles, I've got sins on my way.
We're right on schedule. Came through the survey with flying colors. On schedule to leave our EPIRB. We went to test it. Battery's dead. Can't get that service here, but we were able to order a new EPIRB that is supposed to be delivered Wednesday, still on time, but now this blasted refrigerator. We need to get a new compressor and evaporator, or choose to cruise with just our small Dometic, which is not really the greatest solution. So we're gonna sit here and wait for a compressor. I feel really bummed. How do you feel?
I feel great that we're going to get a new fridge out of this. We don't know the timing on it yet, but I'm eternally optimistic that it's going to happen within 2 weeks max.
We're having guacamole, and I'm having a huge margarita.
Cold beer. The guy said, well, he didn't really say all this because there's lost in translation, but he did say 5 years was a good life expectancy of a fridge. I feel like it should be more than that. But he said 19 years is what ours supposedly might have.
Yeah, we think it's the original to the boat.
So
looks like it.
If that's true, then we've gotten well more than the life expectancy out of that fridge.
Explain what these guys are doing.
Well, that car behind there has got a flat tire. So this is the equivalent of Mexican AAA. Three amigos and a camion. The truck that's doing the repair doesn't look in much better condition than the truck they're repairing.
Okay, so Tim has declared when this boat goes up for sale.
Right now we're replacing the fridge. That's the biggest.
I said the boat's my nemesis today.
Yeah, it's your nemesis because we need to replace a fridge that we should have replaced 5 years ago. The thing's given us a good life and now it's just dead. So anyway, you're like, I'm ready to sell this damn boat, and I'm like, no way. When we start replacing the stuff, the new stuff that we've put on this boat since we've owned it in 2018, then I will start thinking about selling the boat. Right now, we're just replacing old crap that needs to be replaced anyway.
Well, and what's funny is that I've said all along there's only one system that we haven't touched.
No, there's another one that you keep ignoring. We tried to buy a new stove in San Diego, but COVID stopped it, and it's going to die.
Right, but we have a hot plate.
But the same could be said for the fridge. We have a Dometic. But we don't want to live with the Dometic alone, because the Dometic has been little setup.
I would have chosen the cooker to go away, and I would have been like, we're out of here. We're not sitting here
I
waiting
agree.
for a
That's
cooker. That's less
intrusive
important
problem.
Yes,
but
because we do have the hot plate.
And we have the grill. With propane.
I would be leaving without a cooker.
Oh, yeah. I think I would, too.
But we're not leaving
without a fridge. But I am very
fridge.
reticent to leave without that fridge.
What's happening today to give us the update?
The tubes are pressurized with nitrogen. He's going to wait 15, 30 minutes. I think he wants to wait 30.
Mm-hmm.
And you read the pressure on the gauge, and if it doesn't move, obviously there's no leak. And then once that's done, he'll draw a vacuum, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly sure what that does.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he draws a vacuum on it, and then it sucks the Freon or whatever gas they're using for the coolant.
Mm-hmm.
But right now it's pressure testing to see if there's any leaks.
And this is why you have to have somebody come do all this.
I don't
Because we don't
those
have
gauges.
all that.
I mean, we could buy those gauges, and I could easily learn how to do all that. But really,
Yeah. Hopefully, this is not a.
when you retire, we won't have any money, so then you'll have to learn how to do that after I'm gone.
The update from here is that the fridge is fixed. We've run it a little under 24 hours, and it came down to temp. We loaded it with a bunch of like warm canned drinks, and it all cooled off. But so it's Monday, and we are on track to
10th of February, man.
finally leave La Cruz.
7 days. It'll be a year.
Yeah. We're on track to finally leave La Cruz, hopefully on Wednesday. The forecast is looking good. Okay, so how are you feeling about our impending departure?
I can't wait to be a sailor man again. We got to get some spinach, some cans of spinach before we leave. A yib, what a yib, what a yib. No, I've gone deep into the list. There's things on the list that have been there for 2 years that I fixed while I'm sitting around here waiting for the fridge to get done. But now it's all done, man. We have never been more ready. I have never felt this ready. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I'm gonna finish later.
Join us next time as we leave Banderas Bay headed towards Zihuatanejo.